This is the Nike Phantom GT Scorpion. It's chrome and inspired by this. A chrome football which played a huge part in one of the most popular Nike commercials ever. So what we're gonna do today is that I'm gonna lay down the facts, tell you the story behind the design. I'm gonna take the boots on the pitch so you can see what they look like in action, and then I brought PVG so you can get a few of those freestyle wickedness vibes from the Secret Tournament commercial. With the chrome ball, obviously. Because the deal with the Phantom GT Scorpion is that it takes inspiration from the cage, also known as the Secret Tournament. Now that was a commercial by Nike for the 2002 World Cup with a budget of $100 million. It was basically a tournament with 24 of Nike's top ballers that was split out into 8 teams, playing a first goal wins kind of tournament inside a cage in a tanker. Now, they also had Eric Cantona as referee and MC, and then of course a remix of Elvis's A Little Less Conversation banging out on the speakers on top. Now, ideally, we would show you the entire commercial because it's pretty wicked, but if we do, the internet police is gonna come after us, and even worse, Elvis will probably haunt us from his grave. And you don't mess with Elvis. But it's a shame because the commercial is actually really cool. It had Ronaldo R9, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, Figo, Nakata, Totti, Henry, Ferdinand, and basically all of the best Nike players at the time just hanging out there pulling off some of their sickest skills in the cage. And if you haven't seen it already, seriously, go do it because it's probably one of the best Nike commercials they've ever made. But Jay, you might ask, how on earth is this design related to a commercial shot inside a cage in a ship? Well, the thing is that apart from all the big Nike stars, one of the big showstoppers in the commercial back in 2002 was that it was played with a chrome Nike Geo Merlin that had a cool Scorpion logo on it. Why? Because Scorpions are awesome, that's why. And apart from the fact that they've actually re-released this ball, sort of, as a Nike Flight variation with that chrome Geo Merlin design, which is only super wicked, well, the ball itself actually also served as the main source of inspiration for the Phantom GT Scorpion with, of course, the chrome colorway, but also with this gigantic Scorpion logo on the heel, which I'm personally not too sure that I'm that sold on, because it's really big and also really in your face, but I guess maybe Nike just wanted to make sure that everyone got the Scorpion reference if the chrome colorway wasn't enough. There are also a few other references to the Secret Tournament commercial. We have some warning tape design on the lace loops and the tongue, and of course the Phantom GT logo on the heel here. But then we also have the usual Phantom GT logo stripe that goes across the toe, which is now made with a paintbrush stroke design. Because the second part of the Secret Tournament commercial was played out as another match where the two teams from the original final faced off again. Only this time, there was no cage, and they had to score in goals that were painted on the side walls of the ship. First to 100 goals wins, but the thing is that because of all the goals scored and all the balls banging towards the hull of the ship, some of the rivets holding the hull together had started to come loose. So when Luis Figo scored that deciding 100th goal, well, the ship started falling apart, taking in water, and it started to sink. So the players had to swim for their lives. And that was really funny, Nike. We laughed a lot about it back then, I guess. And actually, this guy reminds me quite a lot about the Chrome White Vapor ones. But since this bad boy came out in 2003, so a full year after the cage commercial, I'm pretty sure that there's no connection whatsoever between these two boots. And also, this doesn't have a big fat Scorpion logo on it, thank the Lord by the way, so yeah, no connection at all. What I would have liked Nike to do though is to mimic the Vapor 1 Chrome a little bit more on the Phantom GT, so make it a bit more shiny, because after all, the OG Geo Merlin ball was really shiny chrome. And that was the base of the design, so, go figure. With that said, I really like the overall design here, but I also think Nike could have made it better. Take the big Scorpion logo, put it on the inside of the heel instead of the Nike logo, make it a little bit smaller to look like the skull that we had on the Hypervenom Phantom 1s, and just make it a bit more shiny in general, and we have a flipping winner. I'll be honest, I like the boots, I think the story is cool, and when we look at it, the chrome tooling might just be enough to make me happy and forget about the Scorpion. Because this is wicked. Now, I'm guessing that there's at least some of you out there who also think this is pretty cool, but might be wondering, is there any sort of new tech update on the Phantom GT Scorpion? And no. From a tech point of view, this is the boot exactly as we know it. So you get your soft lined upper, you get your generative texture all over the upper, which is absolutely brilliant when it comes to feeling connected with the ball. You get the fantastic outsole and the slightly wide, roomy fit. And yeah, the boot is the same, but that's not necessarily bad, because in my opinion, this is one of the most rounded boots out there and a really generally likable pair of boots that just work. Of course, if you want your boots to fit a little tight, these run slightly long, so consider going down half a size if you're looking to get the Phantom GTs. But I also promised that Phil would show off a little with the chrome ball, so I showed him the video and asked him to recreate some of the skills. So enough of me talking, or as Elvis would say, a little less conversation, a little more action, please. Come on, baby, I'm tired of walking. Okay, so to sum up the boots, I think it's a pretty cool throwback to an even cooler commercial. And if you dig the Phantom GT Scorpion or the Chrome Football, you can buy both of them in the link to unisportstore.com right up there. Of course, also, don't forget to tell me what you think of the boots and the ball in the comment section right down below. Don't forget to subscribe with the notifications on. And if you want to go and learn some of the skills that PWG showed today, you can click the playlist somewhere down there. With that said, guys, I'm signing off. Cheerio. A little less conversation, a little more action. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me.